Hey, happy Saturday night, guys. I am partying hard here with a glass of Milo and like a family size block of chocolate. That's how I'm spending my Saturday nights. Prego life. So, because I'm now 38 and 2, and with everything that's been going on, I'm getting close to having a baby, I thought it would be a good time to talk birth plans. So I know some people are like anti-birth plans, just see how things go, or because they don't usually go to plan, don't have them, that sort of thing. But I like to have a rough idea in mind of what I want for mine. So with my daughter, with Eden, my first, it was like everything natural. I used, trying to think what it's called. I have no idea. Basically, we just sniff like essential oils and stuff for pain relief. I'd seen that when I did my birthing class, they were showing the different pain reliefs, and that was one of them. And we were actually talking about this just yesterday, that there was something in the video they were showing us that said that they'd proved that swearing was actually an effective form of pain relief. And I'm pretty sure that's the case for me because I swear like there's no tomorrow. So I tried to stick to that with her, but I was blacking out a lot with her. I don't know how or why. I assume it was like an adrenaline thing, but I was, and I came to and I had the gas in my mouth, so I had obviously asked for it. But yeah, and then it was, I don't know, her birth was just sort of like a mess, so it didn't really go to plan. I wasn't planning on hemorrhaging or having to go to theatre or any of that. So, but anyway, and then with Noah, I thought I just wanted it to be not that and not end in C-section, because I'm terrified of C-sections. I know it sounds so silly, especially for those of you who've had them. I've had so many people tell me that it's just so much easier, so much more relaxed, not emergencies, obviously. If you've planned it, that you just know how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen and all that, and that it's so much easier. But I'm absolutely terrified of being cut open. Sounds so weird, but I am. So basically with Noah, it was like as natural as I can go and don't get cut. It was my plan. So this time around, I'm pretty specific. I think I'm pretty well safe to say I'm kind of an old hen at this, or a seasoned pro. So this is what my birth plan is to stay at home for as long as I can. And I managed to do that with Noah too, so I was 6 centimetres by the time I got up there. And I found out too, I was pretty sure it was the case, but I made them go over my notes to check, that I start pushing at 8 centimetres, like my body just does it, and I have with both of them. So, yeah, I just thought that was interesting because obviously they want you to wait to 10 centimetres, but I've started pushing at 8 with both. So initially I was going to try and stay home until I made 8 centimetres because yes, I know how to check. And I was going to try and make Terry learn how to check, but obviously that won't be suitable this time. Or ever, possibly. So, basically going to try and stay at home for as long as I can. Initially I was going to try not to have any interference, like any stretch and sweeps or anything like that. But I'm getting super uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. I don't know if you can tell, I'm really flushed. And my ears are sort of red. This is part of what's been happening with the high blood pressure, the difficulty breathing and the chest discomfort and stuff like that. So even though I want the baby to cook as long as possible, I'm really starting to struggle. So it looks like I may be having a stretch and sweep on Tuesday, and we'll see how that goes. With Eden, I had a stretch and sweep, and then 2 days later I was leaking waters, and I went in to get checked up, and that's when they diagnosed me with the preeclampsia, and they induced me, but I was already 39.6, so I had her bang on 40 weeks anyway. With Noah, I had a stretch and sweep at 38 weeks, and he came 6 days later, so we don't think that it was actually really, the stretch and sweep was really useful. It was probably more the walking around the park that I did for 4 days that helped him along. So regardless of that, we're probably having a stretch and sweep Tuesday, and I'll be 38 and 6. So we shall see how that goes. I plan on doing it drug-free again. So I did that with Noah. Obviously with Eden, as I said, I had the gas. But I'll be going drug-free. So this time, my hospital does water births. So we're also aiming to have a water birth this time. I've not done it before. It's a little bit intimidating in the sense that it's new. But I've always wanted to try it. I wanted to try it with Eden and I couldn't. And I've heard rave reviews about it from friends that have done it and from online and stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting stuff as well. So what else? I'm keeping my placenta. I'll be encapsulating that. I had it done with Noah because I had so many dramas after Eden with the blood loss and stuff. I refused a transfusion. So I ended up on lots of iron tablets. I don't know whether it was just first baby, but I was lethargic and the loss of blood, obviously. I was lethargic, I was moody, I had a very hard time getting breastfeeding going, and then it didn't really work out for me anyway. I need a drink, sorry. I didn't have enough milk with her. So there was a fair few things that made me think when it came to Noah, even though I was grossed out by the idea, to be honest, I thought it's worth a shot because I didn't want to end up in the same predicament that I was with her, and I wanted to try and make everything as smooth as possible for myself, so I thought it was worth a try. So I had it done with Noah and I was really happy with everything. I didn't have the same blood loss with him, so I lost 1.6 litres with Eden and I lost 320 mil with Noah. But in saying that, I had the tablets, I had a great time breastfeeding until I dried up my own milk accidentally. So much more energy, I was in a better mood. It was just, everything was just totally different. So can't say whether or not it was the capsules, but I'd rather have them not need them than need them not have them. And that was just my experience. So I'm just going to have them. I don't know if I'll start taking them straight away or keep them on hand if I need them, but I'm getting that done. So that's that. My dad has said he's not coming in with us this time. So that's a little bit poo. It's good because I'll be able to relax a little bit more with having Dad in the room. We spend a lot of time using towels and blankets and stuff and covering everything so that he can't see anything and all that. So we'll be able to do less of that this time, I guess. But so that'll leave my mum, Terry, and Terry's mum in the room with me this time. Mum will take photos, which is kind of awesome. I was a little bit grossed out by that, the idea of that too with my first. And everyone said, oh, you're not going to want to see that, don't get the mirror and things like that. But just in case, I got my mum to take photos anyway, and I'm so glad I did because it was totally cool to see. Even Eden's, because it was an absolute car crash of a birth, it was still totally cool to see. And then, yeah, so I had mum take photos with Noah as well, and she'll do photos this time too, which should be awesome because it's going to be a water birth, so it's going to be different again. What else? I think pretty straightforward this time. I think that's pretty much it. Just go up late, as late as possible. No drugs, in the bath, keep my placenta. I'll be doing delayed cord clamping and immediate skin to skin and see about breast crawl. I don't know, I tried that with Noah too, but it was just too hectic. And he wasn't really interested in feeding straight away. He did, but he didn't really want to work for it, if that makes sense. So I don't know, but just cuddles straight away and that sort of thing. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to eat like a ton of junk food while I'm in labour because like I already am now and I already do every time. So we've been talking about, I'm trying to get Terry to come in the water with me. I don't know if there'll be much space, but I see like in all the like home birthing videos and stuff, they've got the husband in the water. And I said to Terry, I'm like, you have to come in with me. And he's like, I'm not coming in with you. And I said, why? And he's like, you're going to poop in that water and I'm going to be in it. And I said, that should be the least of your concerns. Have you seen everything else that comes out in labour? But his concern is the poop. And we were talking about it in front of the midwife. And the midwife says, don't worry, we have little scoops. And I said, I'm picturing it like an aquarium where you go and pick your own fish out with a little fish scoop. And she said pretty much, and I said, well, Terry, let's go down to the aquarium now. I'll buy you a fish scoop and you get some practice while we're there. And she was laughing, but I'm a little bit serious, just in case. I was more thinking not so much about it floating, but I sort of wonder how many women had been like maybe on their backs and pooped and like left like a skitty down the side of the bath. Like, ew. And how do you get that out? That's gross. Anyway, that and coupled with the blood and the mucus that comes out, I said to Terry, what if I just get your hazmat suit and you can sit in there with me? He's not keen. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days to weeks whether or not he'll be joining me in the bathtub. But yeah, that'll be fun. I was just looking at my ankles because I feel like they actually look like they're getting a bit swollen, but it could just be that I'm getting fat. Well, pregnant, but fat. I've been eating way too much and way too much junk. So we'll be needing some exercise buddies if anyone's willing to help there once this baby's born. Hopefully my willpower is back to where it was post-baby, because I am struggling to say no to chocolate or anything chocolatey at the moment. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, that's my birth plan. Be cool if anyone has a similar birth plan or even completely different. Tell me what you guys like. I love hearing about birth and labour and stuff like that. And you know too, like I am not scared at all of giving birth. I never have been. I don't know why. I remember even when I was younger, I was like, okay, I know it's going to be like the worst pain imaginable. But I don't know, I wasn't scared. I think because I'm more excited about getting the baby at the end. So, I don't know. This is my third time around. You'd think now that I know how horrible it is. It's amazing. It is, but let's not lie. It's freaking horrible, especially if you do it with no drugs. The best way I could explain it is kind of like being stabbed in the stomach for like 12 hours straight and then having a blowtorch down on you. Yeah. So even though I know it's going to suck, like the afterwards is always so worth it, that I'm really not scared of giving birth. Like I'm sort of like, oh, I can't believe I have to go through that. But it's not terrifying. I'm not scared like some people get, which is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just sort of looking forward to it, actually. Looking forward to the whole experience. I love it. But anyway, so that's my birth plan. But rule number 1, get the baby out. And a healthy baby, I hope. I really hope. That's sort of like the biggest thing. Nothing else really matters. You know, there's a lot of talk about mums competing between natural C-sections, drugs, no drugs, all that sort of thing. And like I think everyone just does their own thing with what they need to. You know, as I said, I'm terrified of C-sections. And it's not like I couldn't choose to have a C-section because I'm just absolutely terrified. Not scared to give birth without drugs, but terrified to have a C-section. But yeah, and then the whole, you know, don't be a hero, take the drugs sort of thing. Like for me, I like to be as natural as possible. Do things as natural as possible. So that's just my thing. And you know what? I will commend myself on doing that because it is freaking hard work. Like labor and birth is hard work anyway. But I mean, that shit is painful. And to do it without drugs, I think I don't care. I'm commending myself for that. It's and every other woman too. I'm commending you all on giving birth ever. Anyway, however you do it. But yeah, let's take the whole competition out of it. Everyone just do their own thing and be happy with that. So, and I'm happy with my decision. And yeah, so that's cool. Did anyone else think how creepy it would be if like a face just rocked up in this part of my screen? I was just thinking about that. That would be creepy, especially because I think it's an open window inside my spare room. It's like right there. If like a face rocked up in there, that would be super creepy. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And as I said, drop a comment about your birth plans if you're willing to share them with me, because I love reading about people's birth plans and stuff. Whatever you're doing, let me know. That's cool. All right, guys. Bye.